Hey, what's up, guys? Carry on back with my video. Today I'm going to do my Toonami review for January 25th through January 26th, 2022. So, so here he goes there. Starting off the block there, we had Primal. I didn't watch that. So, yeah. Right after Primal there, we had Booth on the part 6 there. So here it goes. The episode starts out with fucking Fujigo there was technically in the museum there and stuff like that. They told her, sorry, this is closed and stuff like that. So she walks out of the thing there. This guy was actually asking her to steal like a really good or a really good item there. So like that, and she's like, "Why you want us to steal this type of item there and stuff like that?" That's what she was saying. There, it's mostly like a rare bird there, but this rare bird item there is mostly the fake ones that has been exploited all around the world there. And the real one is technically hidden there. Mostly is technically like a hidden type of project there. That's what they were saying to her. Technically, Luthon was gonna try to help Fuzigo out there, and technically he asks Jin and his other guy there, saying something about that, saying how they're gonna technically steal the painting there and stuff like that. And mostly they technically dipped on him. Generally, Buthon is generally helping out Fujigo there, stealing the painting and stuff. And mostly, they go back to the museum there. They have waiting until it's closed. Mostly, they're gonna do their thief stuff there. Technically, Fujigo hacks the computers there to get in. Buthon thought it was in the in the south end or the east end of it. And he's like, no, that's in the south end of the corner. And she said you're technically wrong. There, Fujio opens up the fucking thing there and actually looks at the real painting, or not the real painting, but the real bird there. They're trying to go after her. And then she was kind of freaked out, and mostly it was mostly they figured out what type of planet it was, and it was technically Venus there. And they were saying something about Venus there and stuff like that. And yeah, and that's where she was technically shocked about it. And then at the end of the episode, we see in the end of the episode, we kind of see her walking out of the thing, and it was technically like snowing, and then she kind of like went into like a loop or so because technically the guy was like, long time no see again, and that's where the episode ends. So yeah, that was Luthon part. That was Luthon part. Yeah, Luthon third part 6. So right after Luthon, we had One Piece there. So episode starts out with Luffy taking on Hardy Jones there. He was technically taking him on there with the prince there and stuff like that. Technically, Luffy was actually saying something about how he's going to take him on and stuff like that for it. Hiramoshi was technically going up there. She keeps going up there and stuff like that. They didn't want her to go all the way up there, because if she goes all the way up there and stuff like that, the ship is going to start free falling down there. And then Luffy kind of figures that out, and he's like, wait, the ship is gonna completely gonna fall down if she keeps going straight up and stuff like that. And then mostly they were trying to tell her to change course there, but she was technically too far there to actually change course. So, um, so when that was going on with that there, technically one of the princes or one of the prince or one of the fishman prince there actually tells her to switch course, and then she kind of heard that, so she kind of like she's like okay, she switches course, but it was technically too late at that point because the ship was technically all the way up there. And he's like, and then or Jones is like saying like, oh yeah, he's like you're too late and stuff like that. So he kind of mentions that and shit like that for it. And then Luffy was like telling him to shut up there. He uses his second gear. He gets bite in technically, or Jones bites him in the arm there. He loses his teeth there. He's like, fuck, how do I get this fucker out and shit. So he tosses the fucking thing there and stuff like that. And he's like, your friends are gonna die there and stuff like that. And it still happens. So, and then, and mostly in the island, we see everybody fighting there. Technically, Momio was gonna get stabbed, but Bruce technically blocked it, and he said he was strong as a bone there, and stuff like that. That's what he was saying there and stuff. And he was saying all that stuff there. He's like, oh, he's like, I'm made out of steel and stuff like that. That's what happens. And he mostly said all that stuff. And that's where, and mostly, they mostly were fighting down there and stuff like that. It still happens and stuff. Mostly, in the end of the episode, we see the guy was about to throw the axe there. He gets knocked out, and then the ship was free falling down to the island and is technically going to the force where the island was at. And Howard Jones said, perfect, the ship is going down and they can finally destroy that island. And then they're like, oh, and then Luffy was like, oh, fuck. And that's where the episode ends. So that was One Piece. Next, we had another episode of One Piece there. I'm not gonna do that one. After One Piece, we had Naruto Shippuden there. So, episode starts out with Neji was trying to figure out how to plan to actually pass the first exam there and stuff like that. They were telling me trying to do some fucking math there and stuff. Mostly they're trying to do some fucking math on it, saying something about like 50. If they score 150, if all of them got 50 points there, they should have got 150 points in total there. If one of them got like 30, 40, or 40, 30, or 50, 30, and 40 there, they should have got 100 points there. And if one of them gets 0, technically it's not, technically they all fell there and stuff like that. So they're trying to figure out what they should do with the exam. We see one of the Sand Ninja technically pounding on the wall. Technically pounding on the wall there, trying to web his teammates and stuff like that. Technically Neji did the same thing and pound on the wall, and 10-10 and Rock Lee there. So everybody was trying to figure out how to connect to their teammates and stuff like that. So, and mostly when that was going on with that stuff there, Shikamaru technically puts up a time there, and they were trying to figure out how to do it and stuff like that. And then when the time technically ran out, and they sent a Joan in there to say, well, we're going to grade all the papers and stuff. And just waiting here until we take you all out. So everybody passed there, minus a couple people honestly failed. there and stuff like that. And then mostly the sand ninja there, he's like, wait, where's our other teammate there and stuff like that. They're like, well, technically they're like, we just sand out of the like, they're like, we just left it blank and stuff like that. They're like, what? And stuff. They're like, yeah, paying attention to your comrades is more important than taking the right exam there and stuff like that. That's what technically Neji was actually saying. So technically they're like, congratulations, you made to the second round of the exam there and stuff like that and stuff. And then she's like, listen up there. Technically the second round of the exam is going to be in this. It's not going to be in the Leaf Village, but it's going to be in the Sand Village there. And mostly right there and then, when she was doing her speech, the test actually started. The test technically fucking started there. They didn't really understand it at first until they're like, oh crap, the test already fucking started and shit. So, and then they kind of noticed that, and then they started running. They're like, you know what, let's go. That's what he said to Tenten and Lee. And then Sakura, and Choji kind of like, let's go also. So everybody they're like, oh, let's get out of here and stuff like that. So like, oh crap, the test is now. So, and it mostly, even Tamari was actually saying something about it might take like 3 days to get to the Sand Village, even if it's full speed. There, stuff like that. So when that was going on with that there, the guys honestly made it there. They made it. The ones that got left behind there, they got stopped by Kermai and Osmo there, and they told them to go back. And if they said if you are Leaf Shinobi, go back to the Leaf Village. If you're not Leaf Shinobi, go back to your villages and stuff like that. So, that's what they were saying to him and stuff like that. And mostly, they were saying something about Tsunade. Mostly, we do see like a Tsunade there with the councils there, and mostly she was there talking to her there and say, they mostly were talking to technically Donzo there. Donzo was saying something to Hanzo. Technically just refused to call back. I guess he refused to call back and stuff like that, and they're like, well, we didn't hear nothing from Hanzo there, but we asked Donzo to call him back, and technically he's been ignoring him also. Yeah, that's technically that's what's going on with the Rain Village and stuff. So when that was going on with that stuff there, we do see Akashi come back to the Leaf, and he was reported to Lady Tsunade there, and he's saying, yeah, Donzo's guards technically chased me out. Or Hanzo's guards technically chased me out, and that's what he was saying and stuff. And he's like, even I was not even near the village, and he said, how the fuck they found me that quick? And stuff like that. So that one that was going on with that stuff there. When that was going on with that stuff there, and then she was like, yeah, they're technically being suspicious and stuff like that. And then when all that stuff happens there, technically Neji was actually saying about the Sand Village there, and mostly they said something about the Sand Village, like, alright, this is the Sand Village, huh? It looks like a desert thing. And he's like, no, this is not completely the Sand Village, it's just the outside of the Sand Village. And stuff like that, that's what they were saying and stuff. And they're like, man, they're making us go this far to get there and stuff like that. That's what they're saying. And all that stuff happening, he's like, yeah, they're making us go really pretty far. And that's technically where the episode ends. So yeah. Next we had another episode of Naruto Shippuden. So I'm not really gonna do that one. I'm not really gonna do that one there. So after that episode ends, So yeah, after the second episode of Naruto Shippuden ends, we that's pretty. We had Shenmue there was a rerun. Attack on Titan there. I already did my review on Attack on Titan. It will be on top of this. It will be pinned on this video. And yeah, and that's pretty much it on this. So yep. Comment, rate, responsive to its members. We like live members. Please go notifications, there uploads. Comment responsive to its members. Like, check out. Out of peace.